perfection. Well, not exactly, but close enough. Oh! Alright. Yeah. Oh, that's all I do. Jeez, Ty. Never mind. I mean, what did you do? Redo that. I screwed that up. Sorry!
Good afternoon, Salem High School. Welcome to the Salem Show from our Washington County Community Foundation studios at Salem High School. I'm your host, Hannah.
And I'm your other host, Abigail.
Welcome to our excellent 8th episode. Get it?
Yes, but I wish I didn't.
Easter was fun, but cold. But now it's officially prom season.
That's right, and I know that I'm ready, as it will officially be our last high school prom.
Sad, but exciting. So let's get on with the announcements.
Prom tickets are on sale until Friday, April 22nd. You must turn in your guest form as you buy your tickets. See Miss Elgin or Miss Brewer before or after school or during SRT to buy your tickets. Today is the last day to buy a prom ticket.
SHS will be hosting a Special Olympics track meet on Saturday, May 14th, beginning at 9 a.m. We are looking for students to volunteer. See Mrs. Phipps in room 16 if you can help out.
The cheerleading tryout clinic will be May 9th through May 12th from 4 to 6 p.m. Tryouts are May 13th from 6 to 8 p.m. Any girl wishing to try out must attend 2 practices. A sign-up sheet is in the high school office.
Remember, vending machines are off limits during school hours. If you need a snack, please go to the vending machines before the start of school or after school is let out for the day.
And just your yearly reminder about your Chromebook. Make sure when your Chromebook gets down to 5%, charge it.
Shut down your Chromebook to charge it. This will eliminate most issues in charging Chromebooks.
Winter is gone, but it still gets really cold at night. Make sure you're not leaving the Chromebooks out in the cold because this may harm their screens or interfere with their connections.
Also, hopefully it'll start getting warmer, so don't leave those temperamental Chromebooks in your car when it's hot either. Plastic melts.
Now let's head over to Natalie. I think we're all hoping for some 80-degree weather, aren't we?
Thanks, Hannah and Abigail. Now, let's look at this week's forecast. On Friday, we have a high of 80 and a low of 54. Also, it's going to be partly cloudy. Saturday, we have a high of 80 and a low of 58. Also going to be partly cloudy. Maybe we'll see some sun. Sunday, we have a high of 79 and a low of 62. It's also going to be National Pigs in a Blanket Day. And then on Monday, we have a high of 67 and a low of 46, 80% chance of rain. Also National Zucchini Bread. Tuesday, we have a high of 58, low of 40, partly cloudy. Wednesday, we have a high of 72 and a low of 49. Also National Babe Ruth Day for all you baseball fans. Thursday, we have a high of 59 and a low of 37, partly cloudy. And Friday, we have a high of 62 and a low of 41. Also National Zipper Day. Now that's all for me. Now let's get back to your anchors.
For today's community news, we want to bring you a story that involves one of our very own. Ty Sweeney recently won the regionals for the Innovate WithIN competition. So Ty, why don't you tell us a little bit about the competition?
Yeah, so the competition consists of about 2,000 kids who throughout the state of Indiana are pitching their business in order for a chance to go to state to win a prize money to invest right back into their business.
All right, so what kind of business did you propose to these people?
So it's a online e-commerce business, which is basically drop shipping. It's called The Lord's House, and it's Christian home decor.
Cool. So now that you've won, what did you win, and what are the next steps?
So I won the regionals, which is allowing me to go to state to be able to pitch in Indianapolis. And with the regionals, you won $1,000 and a trip to Tampa to talk to more entrepreneurs and grow your business from there.
All right, so now that we've talked to Ty about knocking on the door of opportunity, let's enter into this week's Monday Matters. When someone knocks on our door, we have options for how we're going to respond.
Do we quietly move away from the door, ignore the knocking, or do we look outside to see who it could be?
Or do we open the door wide to receive whoever is there? Are we likely to invite someone in or have them just stand outside in the doorway?
Obviously, in real life, we can't just let anybody into our home, but we can safely let people into our lives. We know this can be tricky.
After all, our actual doors have somewhat been closed to the outside world for the better part of 2 years. Maybe we've even started shutting the doors to our hearts.
But this week, we'd like to challenge you to listen to the knocking or even banging from those around you and open a door to let them in. You might just discover something amazing, a new concept, a new connection, or a new friend.
Doors are natural barriers. They can keep us safe and secure. Doors are not just physical. Our door might even just be a phone or device that distracts us from seeing others.
It might be how we perceive people or cultures. It could even be an emotion or feeling like anger or anxiety that prevents us from making meaningful connections.
Whatever it is, we believe that inch by inch, we can work through those barriers and begin to open our doors. If we can truly see the person on the other side of the door, we might realize that we have much more in common than we had first thought.
That's all we have for Monday Matters. Now let's hop over to Shields for an extra long sports minute and some wrestling news.
Thanks, Abigail and Hannah. We'll start off with baseball, as always. Their games as of late have been canceled due to rain, unfortunately. They were able to play last Thursday at home versus the Scottsburg Warriors. It was a special night as we dedicated the field to the voice of the Lions, Mr. Derek Smith. Mrs. Shelley Smith threw out the ceremonial first pitch. The Lions prevailed with a 3-1 win over the Warriors. Josh Burton threw a complete two-hitter game, striking out 10 in the process. Danny Bowling crushed a 2-run homer to give the Lions the final score. They traveled to Brownstown this past Monday, but unfortunately they came out on the wrong end of the scoreboard. They lost 2-1 on a walk-off double. They played Eastern Thursday and South Central on Saturday. We will have more on those games later. Softball has also had some games canceled. The Lanesville game got canceled due to rain. The ladies got beat by Scottsburg 19-0, but won against Paoli Monday night. They played Brownstown Tuesday and lost that game. Lady Lion Tennis unfortunately lost against Brownstown and Paoli, but they did beat Henryville 4-1. They played Seymour on Friday. More on that game later. On to some national news. The NBA playoffs have begun. The Phoenix Sun beat the New Orleans Pelicans 110-99. The Boston Celtics beat the Brooklyn Nets in a close game, 115-114. On to some hometown national news. IU Day, a day to celebrate all things IU, was Wednesday, but now it's Friday. A little secret. We film the show on Wednesdays. So, happy belated IU Day. And now for some really exciting news. Our very own Natalie Knoll will be heading to Knightstown April 30th. Why, you ask? Well, she was selected to play in the Hoosier Gym Classic at noon. Go to thehoosiergym.com and purchase your tickets. Tickets on sale now. Tickets must be purchased prior to game day. All tickets are picked up at the will call on April 30th. Doors will open for will call at 11 a.m. Eastern Time. Tickets can be picked up all day and give access to both games. Congratulations, Natalie. That's all for me. Let's go to Draven for some skate news.
Hello everybody, nothing much is going on again this week, so I want to talk about the Dear George letters when David defeated the skating industry's Goliath. A lot of new skaters have never heard about the mega skating corporation Skate One, which is the parent company of Powell, Peralta, and Bones. Bones is still fairly iconic with their Bones Red bearings, which are still what most pros use today. However, Powell Peralta has almost completely died out because they attacked Blind Skate Company and every other small company in 1989 with their public service announcements that were telling people that owning a small company wasn't a great idea. Now, as you probably assume, Blind didn't take kindly to those announcements. Blind's three most iconic skateboards were released as a countermeasure to that, which all made fun of Powell Peralta, hurting Powell Peralta so bad that they sent Blind a C&D letter making production stop. But Blind had already taken over the market. Blind has fallen out over time, but if you were a skater in the early 2000s, at least one person you know had a Blind deck. While they were the most iconic brand of its time, they've slowly died out and have been taken over by other brands like Baker, Toy Machine, Girl, and Enjoy. Now, even newer companies are gaining traction, like Chocolate, Cookie, and my favorite brand, Lee & Carson. Now, let's head over to the anchors for some M&M trivia about Earth Day.
All right, now let's get into some trivia. Earth Day is on April 22nd, but on what year was it actually made a holiday?
Who is often credited with the founding of Earth Day?
Earth Day's founding was partially inspired by protesters against what?
All right, now let's wrap up the show.
Thank you for tuning into the Salem Show from the Washington County Community Foundation Studios.
This concludes our 8th episode of this semester. As the show winds down, we would like to remind everyone watching to like and subscribe to our account and streaming channels.
Also, don't forget to check out our other social media platforms like Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and our new edition of TikTok.
On these apps, you can view an array of videos and updates about our Salem Lions News Network.
Well, we'll see you next time, and have a great gold-blooded weekend, Lions.
Oh my gosh.
You're like talking in Persian. Okay.
Okay, meaningful.
Great gold-blooded. 3, 2, cannot do it. That's too awkward. No. Okay. Boom.